Knock it off.
Oh no. Are all the cameras broken? Oh no, they're all fucked up.
Fucking biting me.
You also have your all clerics screen up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, still unfortunately she out-dumbed me and Wacky.
There you go. I did see Wacky calling you out under my post about you thirsting on Maine.
I am who I am all the time.
And so I just took an opportunity of like, shush.
Your response was perfect and exactly what I imagined it would be. I am just true to myself at all points in time.
I am Tamsin. I am the Mushroom Lord. I am the drug.
Okay.
I'm not the drug dealer. I am the drug.
All right. I knew they were all gonna be fucked. I didn't know it was gonna be this fucked. So Deemham is the one who's not here. You are Momo. Momo, go in Momo's spot. Okay. You are Draven. You go over here. Tanzin, get back in your home.
Drug den?
Steamer.
I lost the camera somewhere.
Audio.
It's behind the screen somewhere. It's fine. I miss me now. Hi. There she goes. You leaving?
That fucking person never messed me out.
Oh, there she is. Oh, there's the demon.
I found it. I found the camera.
Come on. You have
Yes.
other people to terrorize, like the other dogs.
Did I find all of it? I found all of it, I think. Boom! Does that look right?
Yes.
Everybody is who they are?
Are you sure?
I don't know.
I also don't. I don't know.
Okay. Welcome everybody. We're gonna play the wildsea. We are missing a player. They have personal life responsibilities, and that's cool. That's the way life works. We haven't played this in a hot minute.
Hot minute.
A hot minute. So last we let off, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not perfect. You guys are on the ship in a port at a cult, plotting to destroy the cult building.
And we've also kidnapped a cult member.
Because they're doing something wrong and you don't quite know what. You just know that like every vibe you've gotten is bad.
Correct.
Am I close? Am I on the point? I think I'm on the point. I know what I'm doing. I don't make this up as I go along.
You got the kidnapping, and you got the arson plot, so.
Yeah. Literally the last thing we did was Deanham had grabbed a keeper and started dragging him back to the ship. And in the distance, Tamsin and Momo saw this happening because they were in the graveyard.
Because you went to try and show him the friend you made, and the friend was not there. Right.
Also, at some point, Momo kissed Draven's forehead, and Draven got a flash of something.
Yeah, because Draven is a Ardent, and Ardents can't remember their time before being crystallized. So it comes in moments. Much like you can't remember your past lives very well.
And we also figured out that Momo is quite literally the only Mothman. Oh, something happened.
Sorry, I had to answer a message. I apologize. I fixed it.
Oh dear.
Oh, there it goes. We also figured out that Momo is the only Mothman on this Culty Island, and they're doing something probably involving Mothman. That is extra sketch.
Yeah, no, that's, well, you know that they could not do whatever ritual, blah, 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 they do with Mothrin, and that made you upset.
Yeah, so where Mom was like, all right, I'm not involved anymore. I walk away.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are on the ship. You guys have do whatever you want to do.
I don't even know.
Your
What to
goal
do.
is to destroy the thing. That's what you were planning to do, but you couldn't decide how you wanted to do it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it was Deemhand that came through with kidnapping one of the priests or cultists or whatever you want to call them.
Deemham is here, mind you. Like, they're physically here. They're just NPC'd.
Mm-hmm.
The Death Woken, that's what it's called. I can't remember where we were.
I just don't know how to question this guy.
The dude that you just kidnapped?
Mm-hmm.
He's still... Eyes are, like, bulging out of his head. He's pissed his pants a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the Deemham thing, because Deemham's the one who wanted to question.
Now you guys have to take the lead.
I have like robes.
Yeah, he's in his the keeper outfit. They're all color orientated. They're pretty nice.
Okay, I'm gonna steal his clothes.
Yeah, okay. You take the man's clothes off. He's like, they're
Like-
way big on you. They're like they dragging on the ground. You got like the Emperor Palpatine going.
So
Like,
is this why you dragged this man back here? Is to steal his clothes?
oh, that's right. 'Cause you guys don't know what the fuck.
No, nobody other than you and Deemham know why you kidnapped this man. You two know why you kidnapped this man, and this man's like, huh?
Mama was going to poke this man, like, on the forehead. What kind of person is this man?
He's an ardent.
Okay.
He's
Momo
he's generic. He's the basic characteristics that you can think for any like suburban white man. This is that guy. This is Joe from down the street. Like
Momo's just like crouched down, just poking this man. And is gonna look back at Draven. Draven made a friend?
Draven did not make. I don't think this is how you make friends. I'm not quite sure though.
The crew that you guys have are like giggling in the background. You swear that you hear a joke made like, "That's how you got your wife, huh?"
Oh. Oh.
You're also fairly certain that none of these guys are married. If they are, they definitely ditched their wives to be on your ship.
Oh.
Draven also still has that scary as fuck mask on.
You're wearing cult robes and a dragon-ish mask, plague doctor-ish thing. This man looks legitimately scared shitless of you. It doesn't like anything that's going on. You also have him gagged, so he's...
So if you were just gonna steal his clothes, why didn't you just knock him out and throw him over the edge?
Huh? No, no.
Questions.
Momo doesn't think he can fly. He can't fly. Momo doesn't think.
He's not supposed to
The
be
guys
able
in the
to.
background just start like, it's now like a roar of laughter.
Momo's not gonna catch him.
You wouldn't need to. You just let him fall.
He's looking at
don't-
you,
don't-
and like
don't
a
let me
tear like rolls down his eye. He's just looking at you. Starts to inchworm crawl like towards the door.
I'm gonna like kick him back onto his back.
Ugh! he just starts sobbing. He's in like the fetal position now, and it's just.
Well, he's here now. Gonna take that little bit out of his mouth. And just, so, hey, buddy.
Don't kill me!
I'll think about it. What actually goes on in there?
I don't know. I just started yesterday. They gave me robes. They told me to walk people up there. And that's all I do.
You couldn't have picked a better target?
I wasn't really the one picking the target, actually. That was,
Deemham raises a hand, goes, sorry, guys. He was the most oblivious. Which makes sense now.
Sure does.
He,
So, you know nothing about what goes on in there.
we bring people to see the keeper and then the big mushroom, and then he does the thing, and then they leave.
There was no introductory. There was no training course type thing.
No. I was homeless, and they found me, and then they brought me here, and they gave me robes, and they showed me what to do.
So they took advantage of the fact that you had nothing.
Well,
and
they
could
give me a
still
place to
be
sleep,
good.
and they give me free meals. I mean, it's actually a pretty good.
Because they're taking advantage of you.
It says the person's gonna throw me off the boat.
I'm not throwing you off the boat.
He said he was gonna.
No, I said they should have.
I just don't want to die.
I'm not. Fuck. For fuck's sake. Draven's gonna like reach up, take her mask off, and then grab this fucking ardent man's face. They're like eye to eye.
You have nice eyes. I'm sorry, I'm scared.
We're not gonna kill you, okay?
Alright, that sounds good.
However, you're
Okay.
fucking working for a con man. I hope you understand. Like they took advantage of you. That's what they're fucking.
Okay,
doing.
yeah,
All the
yeah.
people.
Yeah, yep. So what do you like? What do you want me to do? You want me to like? I won't tell anybody. I'll just.
Oh no. Like I said, we're not gonna hurt you. Dean just had some questions. I needed your clothes to get into the building, so.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. We're not gonna
Okay.
hurt you. There's food if you're hungry.
No.
There's booze if you're thirsty. Just fucking stop.
Okay.
Please stop crying.
Like he tries to compose himself and fails, and he's just okay. It's just
I will come back. You'll get your clothes back. I don't know why you want these anyway. They're kind of ugly. Do nothing for your skin tone, but
I don't
okay.
think you had choice.
No, it's the outfit. They give it to you on your first day. I'll just stay here. Okay. Just
I'll come back with you know.
he sits in a chair, and one of the guys comes over and puts like a blanket on him because he's just sitting in his undies.
So, Draven, what's your plan once you get into the building?
Set it the fuck on fire.
I don't know why I asked. So your plan is to go into this building, and commit like the one cardinal sin of this world. Fire.
Tom comes running down the stairs. What are we mean? What are we burning? Fire's bad.
Hi, Tom.
What? Who's this guy? Why are you naked? What are we burning? No. Stop it.
Mama wants to burn Evil Man. Evil Man hurting Mothrin. Evil Man doesn't like Mothrin.
There's an evil man here? Why you gotta burn him? Can't we just... Deemham's got a gun, just shoot him.
I don't think a gun's gonna work.
Deemham pulls out his gun, like, you have a gun.
What are we gonna do?
I think I need a bigger gun.
Kick down the door and just have a shootout? Like, there's obviously people that don't know what is going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Friendship has big gun. Shoot Friendship big gun at Evil Man.
Friendship has a lot of big guns.
Yeah. Tom's like, that's so much better than fire, but I don't know what we're shooting with the ship.
Mama's
You guys
gonna
run your ship. I'm very uncomfortable with fire. Okay, I just wanted to. I don't want to get in your business here. Do you need medical attention? And he's like looking at the naked man, and then they. No.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my quarters now. This looks a little scandalous. I don't. No fire, please. No fire. Tom scurries back up the stairs.
I can promise no fire from me.
Make no such promises.
I like as you're putting the mask back on. I fucking promise shit.
Do we know the range on the weaponry on the ship? Like how far distance and how accurate probably it can hit?
You obviously the further out, the less accurate it gets.
Yeah.
You think you could probably reach the building? Your problem's gonna be that you're lower. So to get the angle, maybe it's not distance that's your issue, it's elevation. Because the whole structure is built up on like a pinnacle of what was like a mesa, you think? It looks like a big collection of land, and the trees are on the lower level, and it goes up. So if you could tilt the ship, maybe you could sink threes, you know?
It's like playing skee ball.
Skee ball is now canon in this lore. We have skee ball tables.
What side of this shipbuilding looks the least like structurally sound?
You investigated the structure earlier, and you determine that it's like two buildings shoved together and like hybrided. It's mostly stone, which is where you were a little pissy. You didn't get a good like the internal structure of it. You were led down a hallway into a big room. It all looked pretty structurally sound, if not makeshift. But there's not, you never saw a weak point. I like watching your brain work because you're like doing math on the screen right now, imaginarily. I'm watching it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like magic hands.
You're like, I can see like the meme with all the like pie grabbing and I can see it.
Yeah, I'm doing some thinking. Leave me alone.
Okay, hey, look,
Oh,
you can think as much as you think.
I don't think we have anything though.
Any what?
Our storage area's not fully
No, it's
kitted
pretty.
out
It's
yet.
pretty bare bones.
Mhm.
You got rations. You got water. You have a handful of like raw like tinkering equipment for like repairing Dean Hand's guns or making a sword or
we have all that.
with that
meat.
you do have stuff for ammunition. Like you do have a little bit.
How much is a little bit? We're gonna go over and check this out.
You think you have the equivalent of like 40 rounds of raw materials, not like
Yeah, that's not enough.
I'm
All
assuming
right,
you want to make a boom.
yeah.
Grenade.
Instead of fire, we just make C4.
I'm not giving you C4. That's not happening. However, as you're pondering this thought, Deemham reaches in his pocket and one of his tentacles like wraps around you and like goes in front of your face and hands you a grenade. It has a little note card on it that says for special occasions.
Well,
Do you have another one, do you?
I'm not gonna ask
No,
from where.
Fuck.
I some people keep wine for like celebrations.
No, didn't want to know. This this is all you. Instead of fire, this if you can put this in the right spot, it might be able to dislodge some stuff.
Wait,
You
Cause
know
the
that
building to
open
fall.
fire is banned bad. No matter how much of a dirtbag society you are, you still like
Mhm.
dislike it because the Krezerin that's on practically everything is highly flammable. However, sparks are allowed, so firearms function, starting certain engines function, grenades work. There's like a minimum require. Like this can't start a flame, but it can cause an explosion. So this is practically a redneck version of a frag grenade.
So it's a nail bomb.
You will say, looking at it, it says Bumblebee Tuna on the side of it. You don't know what the tuna is, but
Well, now I got riffraff stuck in my head. Thanks.
you're welcome.
Um,
Says you got the robe. You
mhm.
could go in, pull it, place it, run.
I have to find like an area that's not structurally great. It's the difficult part.
I could make a distraction, and he pulls out his gun again.
Mama's distracting. Mama is distraction. Mama will go. And Mama just turns and starts walking off the ship.
Momo has left. The team's like, what? What?
Um,
Do we
What?
chase Momo?
What?
Get Momo back here?
What? Is that the plan? Is this a plan? Is this happening? I don't. What are we?
um, we have hold on. We have food and we have containers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have like a little like wood or a flammable container of some kind?
I,
A small
no.
one.
In general practice, you don't carry flammable materials on your ship, minus like a little bit of gunpowder. There's a bunch of trees outside. You could scoop some Cresser in. Be careful not to get it on yourself.
No, I think Draven's just gonna like look at the robes, right, and like kind of her clothes underneath of it, and just like rip a piece of her clothes off, and take some gunpowder and wrap it in that. So now she's got essentially two bombs.
Okay, yeah, you have a grenade and a firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
Momo, you've made it like halfway up the hill.
Momo is now looking for another person in those robes.
There's a handful of keepers up at the top. They seem to be having discussions because it seems like everyone that was locked out doesn't know what the fuck's going on. It's pretty clear that they're like, what do we do? What do we like? They have a job and they can't do the job now. So they're your Sims characters when you delete the doorways. They're like, what do I fucking
Uh, Momo's gonna look around. Did anybody follow Momo off the ship?
No, they have not.
Alright, then they're just still hauling ass. They're still going up to that
Okay.
building.
We're working on it.
It's been about 15 seconds. Momo's gone. Deemham seems to be looking to you guys for like, should we stay or should we go?
I'm gonna go place the grenade.
Draven leaves. Deem
Oh.
follows.
All right. I guess this is what's happening.
You make it to the top of the hill. Momo.
Where in relation is the graveyard to this building?
So there's like three tiers. The bottom tier is like the docking, the middle tier is where like the graveyard is, and then the top tier is where like the baths and garden and building is.
Mm-hmm.
By tiers, they're only like 10 feet. It's not like a big
You put a picture of it up in the reference art.
yeah, it's somewhere.
Momo's just gonna keep. Momo's gonna slow down a little bit, but just keep walking and see if there's any other like non-rope wearing people around.
No, it seems like everyone left. Like everyone was told to leave and they all did. You even like look back and most of the ships are gone. Like there's a couple and you can see like they keep peering out like at the door like is it gonna open? Like should I, but 90% of the people that were here are all fucked off.
Then they're gonna just keep walking towards that building again. Because Momo has a general idea of where they're supposed to go. It's just Momo didn't go inside.
You make it to the building. The rest of you are about halfway up. You're like just passing the graveyard. You're at the building. Nobody's acknowledged you. You think they might not even perceive your existence. They are like in conversation.
Are there any windows?
Yeah, there's one, but it seems to be closed with some sort of like wooden boarding from the inside. It's like a castle window with that like embedded inside, and it's closed. You push on it and it jiggles, but like it doesn't feel like it might be closed locked from the inside. But you're not sure like how hard you'd have to push to like. It can't be that hard.
Momo's gonna use their wing studs ability to where they can launch projectiles with their wings.
You don't even have to roll for it. You just jiggle jiggle.
And
the window's no longer closed.
climbing through the window.
You climb through the window, and there's a more elegant looking man.
Mm-hmm.
He's very tall and like elongated. You think he's an ardent, but like really, like everything about him is proportional. You can't be. Did you just break the fucking window?
Broke the window. Mama wants to talk to bad guy.
Bad? There's no bad guys. You're the bad. What?
Mama's not bad. Mama's nice.
You just broke into the we worship here. What?
Mama also wants to be here. Mama can't be here.
That doesn't mean you break the like. You can see he's getting more and more frustrated. Like, what the fuck? You guys make it up to the building. You see a group of like 7 handlers, like all now have realized like something's happening and are like peering at the window and are looking like they're kids trying to look at a car crash but not like get too close to the car crash. You have a pretty good thought of
Mama's just gonna cross their arms and huff. And just say it's like, Mama wants to talk to him.
You broke into the you're the bad person.
Mama's not bad. It's nice.
You guys might get like a little bit of clearly Momo's having an argument with somebody and they are inside the building.
Do we see the big door from in here?
Yeah. It's to your right is the giant open room where the Mushroom Man sits. And there's like a veil, like a theater close, like you can't see in there. You know it's there, but you can't. And to your left is just like a big hallway and a big old ornate like double door. You see it's like from the inside. There's a wooden bar locking it.
Is it a big wooden bar?
You could lift it, but like it's not small.
Is this elegant guy the only guy in here?
The only one you see, yeah.
Momo's going to just turn heel and walk towards that giant, like walk towards the door.
Roll me. Da 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 da. We're going to consider this grace and
Okay.
outwit.
If you don't have one in something, you get 1 luck die, correct?
Yeah, if you don't have any dice whatsoever, you can never roll less than 1.
Okay. Then I just have 1.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 5.
You take off and you're running towards the door and you feel something like touching your neck as you get to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And like you make it to the wooden bar and like you're stopped. What are you guys doing outside while you clearly hear Momo making a commotion on the inside of the building?
Very quickly look for like the hole from the brick that got taken.
Oh, on the other side. Okay, so you were in there, and so you know, and so you start to scurry. The building is like on the edge on that side. It is like you look down and you just see cliff, trees, abyss. You can crawl along the side of it. Like there's enough of a footing. If you're careful, you might be able to, go along the side.
No, that's a terrible idea.
You also
I don't
see
wanna
like
fall
bits
down.
of rock and stuff laying on the treetops. Like this cliff has slowly over time started to. The building probably was built when there was much more land here, and it's just slowly started to.
Yeah, I think Draven's had enough falling for a while.
That's probably
So
smart.
I don't think
That's probably intelligent.
they did just free fall through.
Not that you couldn't do it. I'm just saying with Draven's luck, like. Alright, looks like we gotta go fishing, guys.
Okay. I'm gonna look for any more holes.
On the other side of the building, there's an open window.
With a bunch of people around it.
And the people are like they don't know what the fuck's going on, and they've just like it's the I'm not paid enough to deal with this shit. Like
Where's the front door?
that's where you guys just were.
Okay.
Momo, what are you trying to do at the front door? There's a hand like gripping your neck and trying to pull you backwards. Neither one of you quite succeeding.
Momo is just saying the entire time. It's like, me person told Momo to leave. Momo trying to leave. Momo's not a bad guy. Person's mean.
You definitely, Tanzin, you're in front of the main door, and you're definitely hearing like the entirety of this conversation now.
Oh no, see that.
Draven, you're running side to side, like looking for you. You definitely make it to the window. All those people are like off to the side, like what the fuck is what the.
All of them are looking in the window, right?
They were peering like around the side of the building, looking at it. Draven went one way and then like came back the other way.
Are the front doors locked or just shut?
You grab them and you shake them. Momo, someone's shaking the front door. They're definitely sealed.
See? Momo needs to leave. You told Momo to leave. Momo trying to leave.
Leave out the way you came. Go out the window and don't come back.
Momo doesn't want to go out the window.
That's.
Can I toss my little firecracker I made to get the ones by the window to look a fucking other direction so I can sneak in the window?
Yeah, like you just want to toss it in the yard somewhere?
Well, I obviously light it.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you just want to like throw it off to the distance. Yeah. You put it in one of the bathtubs. And you light it and you kind of walk behind them and like get against the wall. Boom! And it like echoes and reframes in the tub and they all turn and look. What was that?
I'm gonna
5 of the 7 run directly towards the sound effect. And the other 2 run down the hill. Like just leave.
Stick. Yeah, I'm going in the window.
Yep, good plan.
Thank you.
What was that? The hand on your shoulder has like loosened.
I would like Momo to poof out their wings and grab the bar that's on the door and toss it off. And just say, Momo's leaving now. Bye.
You can use sharps or teeth.
Okay.
And break.
4.
You poof out your wings. They're like, oh, what the? You get the bar off, but like you want to chuck it, and it's just it weighs more than you do, and you get it off, and then it just falls on the floor. So the door's no longer locked, but like it's in front of the door, and the door swings inward. You hear, Tanzin, you hear a big poof on the inside of the door.
The whole that was a good plan was me. following Draven into the window since they
Okay.
all left.
All of
Can't get in there.
you go into the window. Momo is down the hallway towards the door. The door is now unlocked. There is a very elongated man, partly like doesn't like looking between the two of you. What? Now what's happening? Will you ruffians get out of here? We don't have any valuables for you. There's nobody to rob here.
Momo's not rough. Momo's very soft.
And can I lean over to Tanzan and just go, drugs?
It might not work on them.
Won't know until you try.
Just
You're
Just
fucking
get out of
lying.
here, you thugs.
Momo's gonna start opening the door.
What
Like,
I need.
Yeah,
It
moved
it
the
opens
thing.
like a foot. Like there's a little gap, but you're now running into the board that you dropped on the ground.
Can I try like running up to the guy and like jumping on his back and like dropping him to the ground?
He's looking at you, so like you'd have to maneuver around him to jump on his back, but like
Nope,
you could.
that also works too. If I can tackle him to the ground.
Oh yeah, you can tackle him to the
Like-
ground. Yeah, you're gonna make
I'm just gonna-
what is the goal?
I'm just trying to get him to the ground so I can, cry a single little tear of drug into his mouth.
Then we're gonna do teeth concoct.
All right, so I get 2.
Teeth concoct. I suppose you can have a +1 for using your built-in mechanic.
No,
Drugs.
that's well, the highest was a 6, so
Okay. You as he's like, you get out. What are you? And you just jump, and like your mushroom top head just hits him in like the face, and it's not hard. Like it's the softest headbutt he's ever gotten, but it's enough to like he hits the ground. What are you do? What are you? And like you just are you like crying tears of blood? Is that
Yeah,
essentially what's
basically.
happening here? You start bleeding out of your eyeballs into this man's face.
drugs.
Is that what you say?
Drugs.
Drugs.
You just look at
Yeah.
him bleed out of your eyeball and say drugs?
Drugs.
We don't have any jumping up. What is wrong with you? He's flailing and smacking you and like trying to get you out and like clawing at his face. Momo, Tanzan has done that.
Mm-hmm. Momo just kind of turns and just watches for a moment.
Yeah, I think Draven's gonna watch too. I want to see.
Deemham's like, I thought I was fucked up.
Is she just in the window? Just
Yeah,
watching.
she's just like,
yeah,
what
you
the
didn't climb it.
what the fuck?
What kind of bloodline is this man's?
Arden.
You think he's an ardent, but like
A little fucked up.
everything's off.
All right, so ardent question mark.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Wait.
When he stops struggling and flailing and all that, if he does, I'm gonna back up a couple steps and just see what happens.
15 seconds go by and he's I don't what why what did you what and like can't seem to finish a sentence. His pupils are like I don't starts messing with his mouth. Get out of here. You doesn't like.
Tell me,
He's
kind
not
sir,
all
how do
there.
you feel?
He's not all there. I don't even know you. My mouth is dry. I just
Right now.
you gotta leave.
Do
It's
we
just
have to leave though?
yeah. You don't. Uh,
But you invited us in.
no. You're What did you?
You
What
wanted
did
to show
you?
us the fluffy bunny.
What?
Right behind you, the fluffy bunny.
Turns like his and looks at Momo. That's a moth.
No, over there.
Why is there? Starts trying to like focus. Um, Veils in sway. Draven.
Fails and in sway.
Sway. Veils sway.
Okay.
With a
Veils,
+1 because he's high.
High balls.
sway. I have.
He's not that high. It's a minor hallucinogenic. It's
Well, not a 6, but a 5.
that's not a moth. No, that's not a. What did you say?
Fluffy bunny.
Is that your name? Like, is that are you a? Is that your persona?
No.
Is that like a stage name? We don't do that here. You gotta leave. He gets up and like finishes opening the door and starts to escort Momo out the front door.
I would like Momo to push him out the door.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll. Like you just like spin in a circle and he falls over on his own. What? No, you gotta.
And Momo closes the door and leans back on it.
Momo has closed the door. There's it like that. Starts like shaking the handle. Fluffy bunny, you gotta stop. This isn't. You don't go here.
Help me pick up the bar.
Deemham is now right beside you, and with no effort, just.
Okay, Draven, we made it inside.
Mm-hmm.
Momo's
It
on the way in.
wasn't really part of the plan, but like we're here now, so
Kitty cat.
It is now.
fluffy kitty cat.
I'm every
Eric
villain.
Chowder.
Every villain ever.
Yeah, Draven's gonna like move forward into that fucking mushroom man's room.
Okay, you open the veil, and there's a big old mushroom man staring at you, smoking a pipe. And like just blows a steady stream at you. I'm going to roll.
No, you don't gotta roll nothing.
Is it a drug?
You see it coming. So you pirouette and spin out of the way just instinctively. But some of it gets like on your skin and it's almost sticky. Like there's some like it's not just air. There's something to it. It's on your cheek and your clothes and like a little bit of your hand.
What I was gonna say, is it a drug?
It is a drug.
Okay, I have ironclad mind.
That affects your mental, like you can't be hallucinogenic.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
It doesn't affect your bodily functions.
Right.
But yeah, you can't which also works out really well for a certain party member. Yeah, no, you have it on you. You don't feel any effects as of the moment, but you're fairly certain like that was an attack. This stuff's not normal.
I want to throw my fucking grenade at him.
You throw the grenade at him?
Yeah, fuck him.
Okay. You guys have entered the room. He blew smoke at at Draven, and Draven says "fuck you" and chucks a grenade at him.
That wasn't the plan.
Nope.
It is now. Teeth break. With a +2 for using grenade.
It was not the plan.
It is the
But
plan now.
he attacked Draven and
Deemham is like laughing to himself and cocks his gun. Like, this is what we're doing.
Okay, that was bad. That was bad. That one's bad. That one's great. Okay, yep, 6.
Do you have any doubles?
Yes.
Okay, so I need your highest roll, and then I need to know if you have doubles. The doubles doesn't matter what they are. Like, if you rolled 3 dice and you got 2 6s, your highest is a 6, and you have doubles. Or, let's say you rolled 3 and you got a 6 and 2 1s, your highest is still a 6, but you also have doubles.
Yeah, I have doubles.
Okay, so you have a twist with a 6. So the other 2 party members, Draven throws a grenade. Grenade hits its mark and it explodes, hitting the mushroom man, known as the Keeper.
Guy.
Something unexpected happens, and either of the other 2 of you can make a suggestion as to what that can be. Or if you don't have one, I make it.
The pot where he was putting those herbs and shit just spills everywhere.
The grenade
That's what I was thinking.
hits him like in a fat roll
Mm.
and lodges in there, and just explodes chunks out. You would expect blood and gore, but it's almost particleized. It's almost like dust. And there's definitely there's no liquid whatsoever. In recoil from obvious pain, one of the big 15-foot elongated arms swings and knocks over like 6 or 7 pots. Just scatters herbs, debris, ashes, all sorts of shit. Just spreads all over the place. There is no initiative, so anybody can go at any time. This is our first real combat. Combat is narratively chosen. So, because Draven walked into the room and did a thing, the narrative was between her and the Keeper. The Keeper made an attack, and Draven made a reaction. So now that has happened, anyone else in the room who's not those 2 can take narrative. And when you do something, there will be a reaction.
What is this? I don't know this as well as D&D.
That's fine. What do you want to do? So
I'm reading to see what skills I have and try to come up with a plan based off those.
If you have an attack skill, you can use it and do that. There's close quarters or there's long range. There's no damage like it does X amount. That's all based around if you roll a 6 or if you roll a 5 and a 4. A 6 does damage. A 5 or a 4 does some damage. And if you get like a 3, 2, or 1, your attack doesn't do anything at all. It might even hurt you.
Good to know.
Like I got 2 1s on a attack with a gun. Instead of shooting him, my gun misfires and I take damage. Excuse me.
Aha, I can use that.
So it's up to either of you two. Time is stopped as he's breaking the pots and throwing all the hoo-has.
He's got hoo-has to throw?
That's a fat man. He's got lots of hoo-has. He's got like 7 fat rolls.
I want some hoo-has.
You are a hoo-ha.
And I want some too.
We're taking a turn.
Is he still holding his pipe?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got so as a reminder, Mushroom Man is about 15 feet tall, has a giant purple mushroom cap head, like 10 feet circumference.
Mhm.
Has a Jabba the Hutt body with like the face sticks out of what he looks. Mushroom people like Gao, like Tanzin, look more like people than they do mushrooms. This
Mhm.
one looks like a mushroom. This one is straight up. This dude is a mushroom.
Okay.
And then is built into the floor. He's got 3 very long, like 15-foot elongated arms, and then he's got a 4th like little like 18-inch arm, little baby hand that has a pipe.
First time I've heard 18 inches and little in the same sentence.
Momo would like to launch wing studs towards the hand holding the pipe.
Okay. Yeah, roll. So you're going to use teeth break, and you get a +2 for your wing studs. Your wing studs are blunt damage, correct?
They are long range blunt damage.
Okay.
Correct. I got a 5, but I also got a twist.
Okay.
I got doubles.
Do either of the two of you want a twist? Your twist can't negate the roll. So they got a partial success. So you guys can insert one if you want to. If you don't want to, then I insert one, and that's cool.
So Momo launch something at his hand, knock the pipe out.
They tried to knock the pipe out. They didn't quite succeed. They do succeed, but not 100% of what they were planning on doing. If you guys don't have one, I'll do it. It's not big. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't.
You aim for the hand to knock the pipe out, and he sees through what you're doing. Knows exactly like Momo knows the pipe is both a weapon and like a defense thing, and puts up a hand over top of the pipe and just rips through. Like fingers fall off, hand is decimated, but the pipe is still being held by the little hand. So now he's got 2 arms and 1 arm with a stubby end tip.
Nope.
One of the other hands is going to pull a root on the ceiling. Rips a root out, and part of the ceiling collapses right over top of you, Momo.
Mm-hmm.
You take 2 marks. It could be any of you can put them on the same one, you can put them on different ones, but you put a cross on 2 different boxes. So you've taken damage to 2 different aspects of your person.
Okay.
If you mark fully a thing, so let's say your wing studs, you can no longer use them until you've healed that. If you burn fully a piece of equipment, it's gone. Like the equipment is permanently broken.
Yeah.
If you burn fully a trait, you will take an injury, like a permanent injury to your body. So there's marks and there's burns. Marks are meant to be semi-permanent. Burns are permanent, minus there are certain ways to get rid of them.
Okay.
That leaves you, Senor Tanzan.
Yeah.
If
I
you
have
don't have a weapon
an idea.
skill, you get to creatively make whatever you want. You just probably have less of a chance of doing it because
Right. I don't have a weapon. That's why I was trying to figure out a plan, and I have maybe an idea.
I like it. Maybe an idea sounds like how this all started.
No, that was a half-assed idea.
Okay.
Listen, we got into it.
It worked. Teamwork
worked.
makes the dream work.
I need to know what kind of herbs and stuff spilled on the floor.
You're looking from a distance, so do you want to look from a distance or do you want to get closer to them?
No, I'm gonna run up and get closer.
Okay.
Try to like stay on the outside perimeter, but
I dropped
over
the
towards them.
dice. It's gone. It's gone forever. That would be instinct or grace. I don't care which one you use there. And then study? Unless you want to argue for harvest? No, I'd let you use harvest.
Oh yeah, I mean if you let me use harvest, I mean that gives me 3 die.
They are organic, like you're identifying plants. Yeah, sure.
4 is the highest.
Some of these are things you've never seen before. He's got herbs that like they're not in your book, they're not something you've memorized. They are unidentified things. Which it's both intriguing and scary to you. There's some marijuana in there. There's some like pepper and like cooking spices. Like you start to piece together that a lot of this it's sensory information, like giving seasonings and like really powerful stuff, like stuff that would go in curry. And you piece together that this is all for show. This is not it doesn't help him with whatever he's actually doing. It's the hand that you're watching when he's doing something else. This is all a distraction. Heavily burning incense, heavy spices, heavy, along with marijuana, which is a known,
Well, you just changed the idea a little bit. Peppers and like anything spicy. Like gonna try to shove them into a couple of my empty glass vials.
Yeah, you grab I'll call it 3 specimens. You pick whichever real life spices you want to go in there, but there's like black pepper, there's curry spices, and then I
You
guess
got
you can
some
put
Carolina
marijuana.
Reaper?
Not quite spicy spices, more like pungent spices.
That'll probably still maybe do something.
And then if you want to collect the reefer, like you got that too.
Yeah, well, I mean that's gonna go in like back pocket.
Oh, okay.
We're saving that one for later.
All right, you got pockets. I'm a big fan of functional clothing. Okay, yeah, you collect all those things.
This is where the stupidity comes.
Yeah, you grab all these things. Deemham is gonna shoot him. Deemham shoots through he misses his mark and hits the like top and punctures right like a hole right through the mushroom cap. But it doesn't even seem to phase him. Like there's just so much mushroom cap, you got a skin prick. Like it doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Notably, no blood. Nowhere that you guys have hit this person is there blood of any sort. Now that everybody's gone, anybody can go.
Can I aim my flare pistol at his fucking face and shoot it?
Yeah,
So he
no.
can pass it to his face.
Teeth break and a 1 for the flare pistol. I will say the
Okay,
Chester
so
Cat
yeah.
smile is less of a smile and more of a grimace now. It's clearly an upset mushroom.
Okay. That's a 4.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make it hard for him to see.
You are mad. You're too mad. And you should have shot this, like, in front of his face to blind him. But, like, there's a moment where you want the mushroom dead and you shoot, like, square and he eats it. Not intentionally, mind you. And he starts smoking out of the mouth as the flare is just in there somewhere. And you hear him, like,
Taking acid in his throat, yeah.
like the kid that's never smoked weed before taking way too big of a first hit. You think, like, obviously that he's not comfortable. Was it your intended action? No, but, like, fuck you.
When you said he eats it, I genuinely did not think you meant he actually ate
He
it.
actually ate it. It went into his mouth hole.
That's the best I'll ever do.
Okay. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It doesn't get, his reaction is reaching in his mouth and pulling out the flare and throwing it on the ground like blah, blah, blah. Even the spit isn't mucusy. It's ash. Tanzan, you're a gal. You bleed. If Deemham was to shoot you in the face, you would probably die. This is not... Something's not right.
Which, like, where am I in, like, conjunction to him?
Right-hand side, maybe 30 feet.
Like, how far to the side? Like, am I able to see, like, kind of past him, or...
Yeah, sure.
Like, is there anything weird behind him?
No. The only weird thing in the room is this gigantic mushroom man that's literally grown into the floor. There's no legs. There's no body structure. Like, past the belly, it no longer looks organic, like person. Looks like actual plant growth. You'd almost argue that he has roots.
Okay, next thing I need to find, is there anything sharp around me?
There's a bunch of jagged stones laying on the floor now because he collapsed part of the roof onto Momo, and it just spread out everywhere. You find like a piece of terracotta that's just broken into like an arrowhead shape.
So not big enough to actually, like, grab.
It could be. It's maybe a dagger size now that you're like looking at it.
Yeah, it's an arrowhead for giants.
It's a building, and you're fighting a very big person.
Well, that would work. The stupidity.
Okay.
I need to plan a route up to his face.
Yeah, I mean, it's a straight shot. It's right there. This room open as fuck. Like, it's not... Movement is not an issue here.
Alright, so I need to
Run
plan
up to the big...
to his face so I can get more dice to roll.
Can I help with this?
Sure. You could... How do you support your compatriot?
first, Tabs, that you should communicate to Momo your plan.
I should. Yeah.
Communicate.
I'm gonna need all of the rest of you to do a little bit of distraction. Get him
Okay.
facing away from me.
You
Okay.
say that, and like he looks at you like, right? I can hear you. His face is now pointed at you.
Okay, good. Hey, that
There's
gives you
a-
guys time to shoot him.
Like
Yeah, actually.
demon Slayer-esque, like you can see the thread to his face. It's open and staring at you. Even his arms have like unfolded in like a what the fuck, like I can hear you. I'll give you a +2 on the roll for Momo's help.
Momo is going to grab Tamsin around the waist. And Momo's going to use a mark on their elegant wings to have a short burst of elegant flight and take off.
Momo
To
Momo grabs you, and you feel soft, gentle, fuzzy hands like wrap around you. It's almost like a blanket. And then you're flying. And you're like, at first it's like, oh, like I didn't need a hug, right? I'm in the air. You are now face to face. Are you going above the Mushroom Man or like at the Mushroom Man?
Momo's the one flying me. Where are we going, Momo?
You're holding on to a sharp, pointy thing, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, like
A sharp, pointy thing and 3 vials of spice.
We are going slightly. I want to go between like where the mouth is and where the hand is, like the middle ground.
Okay. Yeah,
that's possible.
You're going straight at him, like fast as fuck, boy.
Hell yeah, speed.
What are you doing, Tanzan?
So the whole plan: smash all of the vials into his face to just fuck up his senses.
Okay.
And then stab that terracotta knife fucking arrowhead thing and try to just drag it down as I fall.
Okay. Let's do sharps. No, teeth. It's definitely teeth, and it's definitely break, but you're definitely getting a... I'll give you a +3. I'll give you the full... I'll give you the full Hodori. You got a +3. We're gonna do teeth, break, +3.
So you're giving me 1 die.
Plus
Is there
3.
any argument to being able to use grace or vault?
No, because you're trying to cause damage. But the +3 gives you 3 dice. Like, the advantage you get for using your skills gives you 3 dice. So if you're only getting 1 from any of the others, you're having 4 dice.
I was gonna say, I'm not getting any from teeth and break.
So, because you have edge, you have your skills and your languages, and you have the advantage that I give you. So the advantage I give you can be up to +2. You have your 1, and then you have up to 3 of the others. But I'm giving you a +3, so roll 3 dice.
Okay, I'm fine with that. That's a 5.
The spices don't do the intended effect. Like, you think, like, he's gonna be all fucked up by these. The only, like, seems to withdraw himself is the breaking. Like, glass got broken in front of me. Like, oh! But there's a noticeable, like, he might not have a sense of smell. Or any sense of, like, even the eyes don't water. I threw pepper in your eyeballs and, like, nothing. But it is like a flying Mothrin at the face, launching a Gao that just, you drag him right down the center, and he open, and inside, like, this now carved channel of body is just boop, 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 and like is moving and flexing. No liquid came out. There's no gore. It just looks purple and almost rotted.
All right, Draven. Yeah, you're right. There's something real weird going on around here.
I fucking told you.
Everything about what like you just felt. You've knifed a guy before. You were young once. And this ain't that feeling. This ain't. He's gonna roll to hit you now that you're in front of him.
Wish I had reactions.
He takes the pipe and just almost like a flamethrower of smoke coats your entire like body. Roll me iron sense.
Iron sense. Oh, okay. 1 die. Got it. And that's a 5.
This is a hallucinogenic like substance that's also got some sort of physical form. Are you the anchored, or is Deemham the anchored?
Deanham is the anchored.
Deemham, yeah.
Okay. This substance is not entirely physical. Like your drugs. You are the drugs. And this is not completely, this almost feels like a part of him. Less the pipe doing it and more him doing it. And it definitely shouldn't be sticky. But you do start to like, your vision starts to, you're immune to your own drugs. But like you start to like, there's shapes coming off of this person. Almost like strands of spider silk floating. Every opening that you've carved, you see like spectral, shimmery something's coming off of it. You also take three marks as he it actually burns. Like your skin feels like not a fire burn, like a chemical acid burn.
And then I can just distribute those anywhere, right?
Yeah, you put them anywhere you want.
Okay.
The only time that's specified is Momo tries to use the wings to do a certain activity and rolls like a 1. You were using the thing to do the thing, so that's what takes the, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Deemham sees him do this to you, and like anyone that can like see Deemham, there's an expression of like just pure unadulterated hatred. And Deemham has like ran up next to you, places the gun against like this guy's temple, and poof, and shoots out one of the eyeballs.
Nice shot.
Like blows chunk. No spray, no nothing. But inside, now all of you can see inside, like there's movement. Like inside this guy, there's like a gelatinous innards, like trying to reconnect and not quite making it. Like they're just, and it's pulsating with the same pulse that like a heartbeat would do.
Oh, not the pulsing.
But you don't, there's no blood, there's no ooze, there's no nothing.
Starting to change my mind on that fire thing.
You're like, fuck the rules.
I said burn it. I got told no. So now I will acid everything to death.
Any of you can. He doesn't react from that. Like, his reaction is, "Holy fuck, that hurt."
Can I? Taking a page out of Momo's book. Aim for his little pipe doodle and acid the fuck that down to nothing.
How are you
Before-
aciding it?
I have a flare gun that does acid.
You're running up and shooting the pipe with a flare gun.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be teeth break, and I'm gonna give you a +2 for the flare gun this time because that's funny as fuck.
Black dice of death, don't fail me now.
Tacos.
Tacos.
Is it bad?
Okay.
Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know what that face means.
Well, sorry. So, just a quick question.
Mm.
If it's two dice that are the same number,
Is a twist.
is a twist.
Is a
What if
twist.
there's more than two that have the same number?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So I got two sixes.
Okay.
And 2 2s.
Doesn't matter because it goes by highest dice roll. And is there a twist? It doesn't care what the dice is
Okay.
that causes the twist.
Yeah, I got 2 6s and 2 2s. So I got 2 twists, I guess.
No, you get a twist.
Okay.
And a twist with a 6. I'm stealing this one. You shoot the flare gun, which shoots an acid chemical flare, not a fire flare. It hits the pipe, not only out of the hand, but the flare falls into the opening, like the well of this thing. And as it bounces on the ground, it just cracks and melts. And he screams out in like horror and pain. And there's almost multiple voices in the scream. And it blows up and just smoke and debris and all sorts of shit goes everywhere. And like he roars out and all of his body just starts to vibrate, almost like a seizure, but a 3,000-pound mushroom having a seizure. That looks like it hurt him on like a weird metaphysical, like internal level. He reaches out and grabs you with one of his remaining arms and tries to like choke the life out of you. But he grabs you in such a way that like your arms are preventing his hand from closing. But you're now like dawdling in the air as this hand has you and is just squeezing, and you're not taking any damage, but are in the hand.
Help.
He's
Oh.
yeah, like as you guys watch this happen, he's yelling, "I've been here since before there were trees. I'll be here long after your bones are dust." And like he's trying to kill, like that hurt, and he's trying to kill Draven. But Draven's just like
There's a little shit. There's been a little shit.
Wingstead's into that gap that was made where it's the pulsing. Because obviously
Okay.
that's the subject area.
Yeah, teeth break and 2 for the Wingsteads.
6 with a twist.
You blast the opening. You go for the one that Tanzan made. And as he's flailing and seizing and like turning, the big opening from Deemham just happens to line up with you.
Mhm.
And you all of your wing studs go into that and just make it bigger and have now punched all the way through this thing. smoke is coming out, like actual smoke is coming out of him slowly and like going to the ceiling and going out the hole. And you realize it's not your attack that's making the smoke. The hole he made in the ceiling is hitting him with sunlight, and the sunlight is looks like it's actually burning his flesh.
Asante. Well, that pipe that fell on the
All
ground?
of you see that. Like that's not just a Momo. All of you see like a sunbeam hits him in the big fucking hole that's now in him, and it's
Yeah, that pipe that fell on the ground.
it's not a
Right.
pipe anymore. It's got like it does not. It exploded.
Oh, it exploded.
As
It
it
is-
started to melt and break, it like boom and just shit went everywhere.
I made it go boom.
Damn it, I was gonna pick it up and use it as a club.
I'm sorry.
It is gone.
I'm sorry.
I
Okay,
will
well,
say, like,
now I gotta
looking
think
for the
something else.
pipe, the pipe doesn't look pipe colorationed. The pipe looks like his flesh. You're starting to think the pipe wasn't a pipe. The pipe was him.
It was just a funnel for dramatic effect.
This mushroom does appear to be a drama king. It's just everything's show.
New plan. Deanham, can you shoot the ceiling and make that hole bigger? Do you think it's possible?
Okay.
It's possible.
And just starts poking holes in the ceiling and light beam, light beam, light beam, light beam, light beam. And like the mushroom's like, "Argh!" He's looking fucked up.
I was going to do the same thing as Dean Ham whenever their
Oh,
turn comes back.
you see it and you're like, oh, that makes sense. I'm not even gonna make you roll. You start doing it too, and both of you, like Deemham and you, are just like, yeah, boom, 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 and you're like, woo, and you can't miss a ceiling. Like it's a ceiling. And as holes are coming through and they're hitting them, it's burning and just twisting and moving. All of you, every single one of you, roll me instinct. Where is it? Vault.
Instinct Vault.
Yes.
Let's see.
What about racer sharps?
No. No, I'm not giving it to you.
Alright, so I tried.
If you have an ability that increases your movability, you can use it for a +1.
Nope, just drugs.
Just drugs. 2,
Ooh, a new type of drug.
Tanzan.
Oh, that's a 3.
3, 5. Okay. As he's convulsing and shaking and moving, starts flailing and hits just arms into the walls, and Mushroom Top turns and rips off part of the ceiling, which in turn starts to burn him more. What look like roots start to rip out of the foundation of the building, and like pieces of the building start to come with it. All of you are like, oh, this motherfucker coming down, and start to like, I'm gonna go a different direction. You're still in his hand, and he lobs you through the front door. You take 2 marks.
Sick.
As he just chucks you like You hit the door. The elongated man is still trying to get in the front door, and you.
Please tell me I ride him like a surfboard.
You unintentionally sit on his face as he is pounded into the ground, and is like there's a streak, like a cartoonish drag of dirt and soil, legs and arms spread out, and you're landing there. You know what? Don't take any marks. You don't take any marks because he takes the marks.
To be fair, also, I wasn't even in my stuff. I was in their stuff. My stuff was just underneath.
That's fine. That's, you know, I will say all the like rags, all the clothing you've worn is like ripped apart, and now it's just your outfit. And you're like, that should have hurt, but it didn't. There's 2 door panels behind you, and something soft, like you're on something soft. Tanzin, the floor rips apart, and you go to run, and you don't quite make it as you start to roll as opposed to running, as root and root and root and root and root start to rip out of this floor and are just, the mushroom starts to roll. And you are now like on the floor being crushed beneath. It's better when you don't think about it. Take 1 mark. Momo, you make it you go out the window. And like you scurry and make it out the window as you see the roof just collapse, and there's just Mushroom Man shaking and convulsing and screaming, and like all of his flesh is burning, turning to ash, and just like breaking away. All of the handlers are like, what the fuck? Ah! And they're running around, don't know what to do with their hands. You guys don't see D-Mam or Tanzin.
Mama was going to run around the side, go back through the door.
There's no building anymore.
There's no building
The
anymore?
building is gone.
Okay.
There's rubble, and there's a convulsing, shaking, burning mushroom.
Is there a way to climb back into that? Through the rubble?
Yeah, sure, you can hop in the rubble.
Okay. Can I use scavenge to try to see if I can find Dean Ham and Tamsin?
Yeah, you can use scavenge. We'll do sharps. We'll do sharps and scavenge.
Okay. 5.
You find Tanzin and Deemham, but they're under the mushroom. Tanzin is like halfway under, like trying to crawl out, and there's like a root on top of him, and he's. Deemham is like, you only saw him for a second. Deemham is like under the mushroom.
Is there any rubble
Sure,
around?
yeah, there's shit everywhere.
Mama's gonna take a sharp piece of rubble and just start trying to pick out Tamsin from the part, because 4 hands is better than 2 in trying to excavate the other friend.
Can I try and get Dean Ham?
Yeah.
I've got pretty
iron.
I can use that.
I don't know what skill this would be. You can use scavenge again. You can use your same scavenge. I'll say it's part of the scavenge to do that. And then iron. Both of you roll. Tanzin, you and Momo will both roll. And I'll take the higher of the 2.
So am I just rolling for scavenge?
You iron and scavenge, whatever you got.
Neither one.
Okay, you're rolling a
Roll
what?
one die.
Roll 1 die.
I got 4.
I got a 5.
Between the two, it's rough. It's hard. This is crazy. This is the craziest thing either of you have ever done. But you get like a moment where your hands just lock and you yank and he slips out as one of the roots goes up. Draven, you can roll the same thing.
Scavenge.
And iron. I'll let you use
Could
break if break is better.
I was gonna say, could I make an argument for
You can make an argument for anything.
maybe Grace and Delve?
That feels like a stretch, but like fuck it.
Well, she's under a rolling mushroom. There's
I
like
look
levels.
as this being starts to rip and burn and shred, inside you do see what looks like a more normal gal. Like inside, like almost like this was a mech piloted by a person or had grown out of a person. But you notice the middle of him has nothing there. It's an empty, like, carve, like you took a shotgun and blasted a hole in a person. And they're screaming and shaking and still burning. And this energy starts to leave them. The spectral, like, something starts to, like, seep out from there. What you get? You use this opportunity to get Deemham out, but Deemham is not unscathed. Like, Deemham is fucked up. But you do manage to pull them out. Deemham is clutching what looks like a messenger bag. And you recognize it's the bag that you saw them putting something into.
I think Draven's gonna grab like both sides of Dean Hand's face and just whisper, so it's just to the two of them. I could kiss you right now. You're fucking brilliant.
Okay. Whatever. Like some blood comes out. The mushroom fades out of existence. Just there's a gal now like laying on the ground, spread out, coated in like a membrane, bloody, nasty, with a big ass shotgun hole in the chest.
Well, thanks, Momo. You're a dear. We go see what that's about.
Momo's not a deer. Momo's just Momo. And they go and start walking towards this suffering gal.
Does anybody need a break? Would we like a restroom break while we after we exit combat?
Please, I gotta pee.
That's fine. It was a
Okay.
good opportune time to do it. Okay. We'll take. It's 2:50 for me, so we'll say come back at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't want to like.
It's fine. Look, I saw it on your
Alright.
face too. Okay. Break time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mics are back on. And the page is back on. Are the cameras on?
No, not yet. I'm on my way.
It's not my fault you're late. You ran out of time, lady. I guess
Well,
technically.
this-
I guess technically you have 2 minutes. That's on me. Your camera's still in the right spot. It doesn't matter where. Yeah, it doesn't. No, it is two. It is 2:59. If you're not first, you're last.
Oh hell, Bobby! I was high when I said that.
Shake and bake. I based my whole life
No,
around
Sally.
that. Do you ever think about how terrible it would be to base your whole life around like something, and then like turn out that something is completely like. That's what I think about people that are too heavily spiritual or religious. Like, what if you're basing your entire existence? It's one thing to believe in it. It's another thing that my entire life is driven by these handful of words that may or may not be accurate. Right?
Giant mushroom man who blows pot smoke and peppers in people's faces.
That's super relatable to what we were just doing. Yeah, you're right. Maybe you shouldn't base your entire premise around a giant mushroom that is clearly on drugs the whole time.
Hey,
I think Tamsin can use this entire experience to just pursue this cult into just growing a bunch of fucking drugs.
Hey Tanzan, you're the cult leader now.
I like where your mind's going.
Yeah. We don't have to go back on the ship. We could just stay here for a bit and run a cult. Between Tanzan and Momo, the two of them can probably corner the drug market trade.
So as a little recap from the last 10 minutes, you've pulled your friends out of the rubble. The giant mushroom has burned away, and it looks like it was like the exoskeleton outside of an actual Gao. Something that had grown off of him, almost like organic armor. And there is a bleeding, mucus-covered, nasty Gao with like a shotgun-sized hole in their chest. And then Deemham has the bag that you guys know was attached to like the side there. Notably for you and Draven, or for Deemham and Draven, there's a hole, like a sewn in, perfectly cut out hole in the back of the messenger bag. Like intentionally put there.
What's in the hole?
No, it looks like the outside of the bag was like where you all could see it. The inside would have been against the flesh of the mushroom. There are some lingering spectral threads like laying in there. Deemham is looking at them and seems to be having like a panic attack.
Momo's gonna do something weird.
I fucking love it.
Momo's going to take just walk up to this Gao who is obviously like dying.
He's not quite like, he doesn't seem to be inspired. He's inspiring. Like mucus and shit is like spilling out, and he's coughing up, and it's bubbling, and like a eyeball is looking at you.
Momo is going to bamf out their wings and shield him from the sunlight for a moment.
It seems like the sunlight, that doesn't seem to help the actual Gao. It affected the outside Gao, like the big mushroom man, but it doesn't seem like whatever's left doesn't seem to be as affected.
Okay. Then wings go back into resting position. And Momo's just gonna sit next to him and just lean forward and ask, Momo wants to know why you don't like Momo. And people like Momo. Momo's very nice. Momo's been very nice. You're not very nice.
I don't even know you.
While they're having this conversation, they're going to pull out a flask, basically like an alchemical flask, and run it along this gal, just gathering up any of the secretions he's giving off.
Okay, yeah, no, you collect those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
yeah, I don't know what you want to title it or call it in your inventory, but you got it. It's yours.
Cool.
Cow juice.
That's
calling
gross.
it Cooper membrane.
Do you want to RP the whole thing, or do you want to just get me to tell you the gist of what he says?
You're just some of the gist of what he says.
He doesn't understand you mean you as a Mothran. Like he doesn't. He's I don't know you. I don't dislike you or hate you. Like you're just other than you just fucking killed me. Like but like you're under the assumption that this person dislikes Mothran, and he either doesn't understand that you're saying you dislike me as a Mothran, like he thinks you mean you as a person. And he's like, I don't even fucking know you.
Person said Momo not allowed to ask about Mothran.
Because you reincarnate. I can't bring back your souls. Can't talk to a Mothran because I'm not capable of it.
That guy talking to Mothran now. Momo Mothran. We're talking.
He like rolls over almost like, please just fucking die already. Like,
this is your penance.
I will say, like, while you guys aren't close to them, like you can hear this whole conversation.
No, I want to stumble over there and try to figure out who he is and what he was doing.
The center of his chest has connective tissue that's like now starting to slowly. It was quickly moving, and now it's slowing down, and you recognize now it's not trying to reconnect itself. It's trying to connect to something that's not there. And you put together that this person's probably an anchored, and they lost their anchor, and that these tendril things are looking for the anchor, and it's not there. But an anchor without an anchor should have been gone a long time ago. You can't remain here without your anchor, and if this gal's been living, quote unquote, how long without an anchor?
Yeah, so who are you?
They call me the Keeper.
Yeah, I know what they call you. What is your name?
I don't
What the heck?
remember. I'm too old for names.
Okay, well, dying man. What the fuck were you doing? Were you stealing souls from people?
You see, like, he noticeably, like, looks at the bag. I needed to eat. Couldn't die. I was gonna live forever.
How'd that one work out for you?
You think, like, he goes to flick you off, but he doesn't have a hand? Almost like the damage you did to the outer body was replicated to the inner body. So he shakes a stub at you, but
Can I pick up a stick or just a longish piece of wood, and then poke him in the chest where the hole is and ask if it hurts?
it just goes through, and like he doesn't even seem to notice it. And then you say that, he goes, "Does what hurt?" And like he notices what you're doing. He goes, "I lost that a long time ago. Had to replace it with something. It was never permanent. Had to eat 'em. Had to. So hungry."
Oh, that's nice. Momo, can you help me pick up a large rock, please?
Okay.
We're just gonna drop it right here on top of his head,
Why? Why Momo drop rock?
so we can put him out of his misery.
Do you like? Are you having this conversation while holding a big ass rock above him?
Trying to lift a rock if I can.
Yo, you've
lift
got with two of you doing it. Like you lift a. It's a heavy rock, but like
it. Okay.
there's
yeah.
two of you holding it. There's no problem. Deemham reaches in the bag, knowing like hearing your guys' conversation, because the whole top has become very quiet. All of the handlers are like appalled and shocked by like what they're watching.
They could hear the conversation as well, though.
Everybody, all of you, it's just like they're like deers in the headlight, like in the background, just like. Deemham grabs one of those like spectral things, and it almost looks like a person. And Deemham, out of some instinctuality, like pulls it out of the bag, and just kind of like tosses it, and it grows and it expands and looks like a person, and then like fades in the spider strings that just float away. Granted, Deemham's like movements are very, very slow, like a person
I,
that
like,
just got
help?
crushed.
Dean's hand at all? By
Yeah, and
doing this?
you
Or,
grab
like,
them
not
and
doing
you
it?
like they look like people. And then you're fairly certain, like, you know exactly, you put it together now based on the previous information you had. He was actually summoning souls for people to talk to long lost loved ones. But instead of getting rid of the soul and sending it back to wherever souls go, he was putting them in this bag and then was eating them. And, like, as you look at it, he has a secondary mouth on his hip, basically right where that bag would have laid. That he was straight up sucking them out of the bag into his body. And so any soul that he ate,
Rip.
I will say that if Momo sees the spider webs, they're gonna lose focus on holding this rock and drop it.
Momo
Eh.
watches and like, that's pretty. Momo, roll. This is a very important one.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna give you a +2 just to be nice.
Okay.
You're gonna roll Grace and Harvest.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Grace Harvest with a +2.
Highest is a 6, but I also got doubles.
You Momo's losing the rock. Do you also let go?
As long as it's over his head.
It's over his head, and Momo seemed to be hesitating. Like, we're gonna drop this rock on this. Like, I know he's a bad guy, but like that seems. And then Momo sees like the drifting stardusty strings, and is like, "Oh, that's," and like is clearly letting go. You're now holding the entire like 80-pound rock.
Oh, I'm dropping it too then.
Just there's not a whole lot left underneath it. Momo, you see shapes of people, and like it's just pretty. And then the last one that Draven grabs and pulls out and like releases into the world you are 99.9% sure that that's Tom's wife. Or, yeah, that's who Tom talked to. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, you looked at me like, I was like, no, that's definitely, hold on. Recount. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom walks up the hill and sees it, and like, there's a little wave of the hand of Tom's wife at him, and like you see Tom like sobbing, and he gives like a little wave as they. If you if you rolled poorly, Tom's wife wasn't gonna be in the bag.
What about Deanhan's friend? Was he in the bag?
He's not in the bag.
I'm gonna fucking walk over and just curb stomp the rock a little bit. She's mad.
Curb stomp the rock.
Just kicking the shit out of it.
You start just beating the fuck out of the rock. Start cussing, having a breakdown. Deemham kind of laughs and spits up a little bit of blood. Says, Draven, it's okay. Deemham has one in his hand and like lightly tosses it behind him. And Deemham's friend shows and disappears. You asked if they were in the bag. They weren't in the bag. Yeah, all the handlers are like mouth agape, like looking at the wreckage of where they lived. A family comes running up the hill. What happened? Oh no! Why did you do this?
Bad man eating souls. Okay, bye. And Momo's gonna start walking down the hill.
What does that mean?
No. Momo, don't go so fast. I want a nap.
Almost just do. Yeah, Momo makes it to the ship. Momo hears you and just says da 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 da. Draven, Deemham reaches a hand up towards you.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Like, and as you take it, like, you shake it, because you're like, what the fuck? And realize, like, Deemham is bloody and broken and needs help up, and is asking you for assistance.
Yeah, like, put his arm over my shoulder so I can...
Oh! Yeah! Okay.
She'll start walking like back to the boat, but as we pass that family that looks like confused, I think Draven will like put a hand on their shoulder. Okay. Exercise a little more caution in the future. He was not a good man.
Well, we only heard good rumors. We were... Oh.
Con artists will be like that. He was eating the souls of the people you love.
What the... Like, censors himself as you guys walk off. Tanzin, what are you,
It's stumbling back to the ship after Momo left.
Okay.
That was the don't go so fast. Wait
Momo
for
goes
me.
to the ship. Tanzin follows, like, oh, what the fuck? And then you help Deemham to the ship. Tom sees what you're doing, and, like, Tom takes, like, most of the weight.
Thank you, Tom.
No, yeah, now that I have all the context, maybe fire wasn't such a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't tell you. I knew how much you loved your wife, so I didn't want to like.
I think she would have
make
liked
more
you.
thought.
She was kind of silly sometimes, too.
Thanks. Yeah, I just didn't want to make you guys more upset. So that was my mistake. I'll fill you guys in the future as well.
Ugh. Maybe next time I'll try not to get crushed.
Please, please. But
Team
you got the
Ham's just
bag.
like the bag is now emptied. You can have a messenger bag with a hole in it if you want it.
No, she just meant
What?
like you got the bag with the souls in it.
Oh,
That was incredible.
he was like, yeah. Well, I grabbed it, and then he fell on me, and I'm alive. Ugh.
Yeah, you did great.
It's like I think
Mama-
you're gonna be on bed rest for a few days here, Deem. Sounds good, boss. You all make it back to the ship.
Nap time.
Okay. Are you staying docked? Or are you
Resurrect.
guys just gonna like chillax?
Tamsin takes a nap. Momo will come up with a cup and just say, Momo would like favor. Momo wants to do experiment.
You're
Fine.
laying in your quarters on your hammock, just like that. And Momo comes in and
What kind of experiment?
Momo holds up the vial of the keeper membrane.
it's blood and something else. You know that edible glitter that they put in alcohol to make it like the shimmery effect? It looks like that, but purple and necrotic.
Momo wants to combine the bad stuff with your good stuff. Momo basically asks you to cry into this cup.
You
I'm
know
not
that
weak enough.
you know that you don't have to cry to do it. Like it's just any of your pores. You don't have to do the creepy lay on your face and cry out your eyeballs maneuver that you did earlier. It was great. It was scary as fuck. But like you don't have to do that.
Right, but it's the easiest way to get samples.
Hi,
It's like, yeah,
room!
okay, here's some blood tears.
That was as a visual aesthetic. What the fuck? But yeah, great. It was great.
Yeah, no, I'm down to give you some of my drugs.
Okay. And then once Momo has that, they are going to down the cup of it and then down the keeper membrane and use Ulceris Ambilk. I think that's what it is. You can swallow 2 alchemical components, keeping them safely in your stomach. You can concoct them internally when you choose, benefiting immediately from the results or spitting the resulting solution out. And they're going to concoct it in their stomach and then immediately spit it back into the vial.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
This is what I've been waiting. This is what I built this character for.
I'm in a fucking cryptid ship with 2 cryptids. What the fuck was
This
that?
is yeah, yeah, you do that. You don't know she can do that. So you watch her just down the hatch and you're like,
Oh,
that's
no.
not what Tom's outside with Deemham and both of them are just and then you're and just fill the jar back up. It's now not quite necrotic looking as much as it's like a deep burgundy purplish like purple and red put together and there's like red hues and purple notes and it's this spiraling organic something. It almost bubbles and fizzles in it like it's fermenting.
Are you gonna feed that to the cult pissed in the hall?
Huh? Oh,
the concoction you just vomited back up.
Tom and you as a person who makes concoctions recognize that she somehow, or that they somehow did that. They did that. I'm not going to regurgitate the words that Momo just said. They did that. Tom and Deemham just leave. There's a look between them of no, and they leave. I don't know what you want to call this. You control your own inventory,
okay.
Diamond. That's
I'm still in
whatever
favor
you
of
want to
gouging.
name it is. You have it. You got it. It's yours.
And then Mama's just like, Mama's happy. Mama got to do experiment. Sleep well, and then just leaves.
There's more to the experiment, though.
Momo, is your mechanic only when you collect wild samples that you get an extra, or is it when someone else collects a sample that you get an extra?
So component scrounger, when one of your crewmates acquires an alchemically useful specimen, gain a copy of that specimen for yourself. So it's someone else.
It's someone else does it. Okay. I wanted to make sure that you weren't getting, like, you just made this hybrid, nasty, crazy concoction, and like, haha, I have two. Mitosis, motherfuckers.
It's just one.
Okay. This is it's a thing. You have spore blood mixed with essentially ghost blood is what it is, because that membrane was him. So, but he was an anchor that was holding on to life by consuming. When an anchor loses their anchor, they have to find another way to hold on to life. It's quite like a real ghost, right? Is here by some means. If you burn that personal belonging that they're attached to, hypothetically, they can move on, right? This person lost their anchor a long time ago and has been supplementing with false anchors. But you have their actual organic blood mixed with his hallucinogenic blood spore. I don't know what you're gonna use that for later, but I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Okay, yeah. What does Momo do now?
Momo just goes and hangs out with the ship as per usual. I guess we were trying to decide if we're gonna move or not, or if we're gonna hang out here for a bit.
You feel like this is a safe enough port because there's nothing left. You destroyed it all. It's gone. So like there's no threats.
Can I go to our friend that we left tied up that isn't really our friend, is actually quite terrified of us?
Yeah, he is still on the chair, like with the blanket. They've given him like a hot cocoa. And they're just there was a loud explosion.
Yeah, Draven left Nero, her watch wolf.
I completely forgot about the wolf.
To like lay on his feet.
This thing, it's nice. Is it yours?
His name's Nero.
Okay. Hi. Can I go home now?
I don't know how to tell you this.
Oh no.
The building exploded.
I'm homeless again?
I don't think so.
Well, you just said my home exploded, so what?
I do want to get you clothes real quick. The ones you had got all torn. So give me just a moment, and
I'm
gonna,
homeless and clothesless.
Draven's gonna
It's
like
just a bad day.
pop into the store shit and see if she can find just even if it's just a t-shirt and pants.
It's fine. You find khakis.
Yeah, give them khakis and like a shirt.
Oh, okay. They put on khakis on a red shirt.
To like hold her hand out for him to come with her.
You're not gonna push me off the edge like that one guy said, right?
Oh God, no.
Okay. They take your hand and they walk with you. Where are you going?
She wants to take him back to the others on the island.
They're all sitting
Okay.
and just like defeated. Like this is the worst day of their lives. And they're just like they don't know what to do, and they're all just sitting there in like a half circle.
Draven's gonna sit down. Try
Okay.
and pull her new friend down. Are all of the people here like Ardents? Like
No, there's two ardents, there's two gals. There's an ardent that looks funny. Um you don't know what's wrong with them, but like they're not quite
Draven's gonna she's got her mask on and everything. She's gonna like rest her arms on her knees and go. So you guys trusted a bad person.
You blew up the house.
You guys trusted a bad person.
Okay.
Right? That's you've settled into that knowledge.
I don't know what you want from us here, but like can you leave?
Okay. Don't be rude.
Just killed our boss.
Your boss was eating the people that you fucking loved. And you thought
No,
you were
we
helping.
didn't use
He
any
was
of his
eating their souls.
services.
He was eating their souls.
He gave us food.
I have food. I can give you food.
Oh, okay. I don't want to work for you.
So you don't have to.
Oh.
In fact, if you stop being mean to me for about a second and listen, I had an idea. Okay?
They all shut up. They all like sad, lonely faces staring at you.
You guys fucked up and you trusted a bad person. But I don't think that made any of you bad people. How many of you have like nothing to go back to?
They all like look among themselves. And there's like a recognition, and you're 99% certain that they only recruited single homeless like people that had nothing. So here's a roof over your house, and like here's food, and here's everything you could need to survive in this wasteland. You're picking up that they're pretty much all like that. They don't have what they did have. You have now exploded.
Okay. Draven's gonna like reach up and pull her mask off.
You're a person.
Yeah.
I thought you were the mask. I don't know. I'm. It's scary.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Okay.
Of the mask. You guys have nothing to go back to, and I think you guys were working for a common cause. You thought you were helping people. Did you like doing that?
They all like start to look at each other like This thoughts never crossed their mind. They were just like doing their job. Finally one of the gals is like, kinda, I guess, like, it started because food and shelter and like I get to live, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was kind of nice to know that, like, uh, oh, that feels bad now. Oh, why
You
is?
didn't do anything wrong. It was only him.
Oh, but like we helped.
You
Oh
didn't know.
man. And there's like a sudden like you can see they're thinking internally like if I was helping people and I was helping them do oh no, am I the bad man now? All of them start to have this recognition like at the same time.
You guys didn't know what he was doing. You guys didn't know. You know, him being bad is only on him. He used you to do bad things, but that does not make you bad people.
Sharps sway.
Sharp's sway.
Sharps sway. Unless you can persuade me to use something else.
Nope. I have things in both of them.
Okay. Communication. You're essentially giving them therapy right now. And let's see how well you get through.
I rolled a 6.
There's a certain amount of self-loathing that starts to happen as they realize that they weren't just like going through the motions. And there's a certain amount of tears that show up, and there's a certain amount of like reassurance looks that happen between them as like they are the only thing that they have now is each other. Um what's this idea you have?
Well, you guys liked helping people. You didn't have anything to go back to. You guys have, you know, each other. You all like helping people, yes?
Yeah.
I think you guys could take this place that you've already started to consider home and rebuild it and make it something beautiful. It could be a rest stop for people that are traveling.
I don't know how to build anything.
That's okay.
One of the gal like raises a hand. He goes, I do.
See?
Someone's like, I know how to cook. They're like, I can fish. And like they all start talking amongst themselves, like explaining skill sets that they had in a previous life. And they've now completely cut you out of the conversation. They are now just conversing amongst themselves, like, yeah, and we could, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And there's like a little bit of hope.
Do you guys want I have some extra meat. Do you guys want it?
None of them respond to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna bring the extra meat and then like drop it off and fuck off.
You go back in the ship and you grab some rations and you bring it up.
It was gonna be the fucking Leviathan meat that I had.
The giant monkey meat that you carved up? Yeah, okay. You bring the giant monkey meat and you just kind of lay it there. And they are like full scale running around doing stuff. Someone's collecting rubble and someone's doing whatever. And they've all. People after a tornado looking at their entire life in shambles and are just in the pits. And you gave them like just a string of something. And they've all just, for lack of a better term, pick themselves up from the bootstraps and are just doing something.
Raven's like, patting herself on the back a little bit as she goes back in the bus, pulls a bus.
The
Back in
bus?
The boat. Like, pulls her mask down, goes to Landon down.
Franchise. Restaurant
Yeah.
opportunities. They're starting the first Mickey D's.
That's I sincerely hope that's what they do. Bless those boys.
I suppose there would be giant M's laying beneath the treetops that you could hypothetically find.
And that was monkey meat.
McDonald's sells monkey meat in this universe. Yes.
We had 30 pounds of Leviathan monkey meat.
You shot a cannon as a warning shot at a giant Leviathan ape. That's not on me.
It turns out one of us is trigger happy.
I'd like to shoot a warning shot. Yeah, sure. What do you use? The cannons?
Cannons.
Patterson, fire a warning shot. Yeah, no, yeah, you're proud of yourself. You think you did a good thing. Will they survive? Nah, you don't know. But they'll do it together.
Yeah. I think
Um,
Raven's in her bed.
You're in your bed. You're in your bed. Deemham is in the medical room. Deemham is out for the count. Tom is working on Deemham. Momo, how long do you spend communicating with the ship?
Momo is just gonna give the ship the rundown of what just happened. And the entire time that we're having this conversation, Momo has taken like that cup that they had used
Mm-hmm.
and a long rock and kind of fashioned a mortar and pestle out of it.
Okay.
And they are slowly trickling like the solution that they had made and are just like basically grinding it to see if they can get it to congeal into something. And they're just doing this absentmindedly. It's just what they're doing to keep.
Okay. The ship listens and occasionally gives you like a oh, yeah. Like a mom listening to the 2-year-old tell a story and is just happy to be talked to. And you're just absentmindedly you don't get it to do it's not doing anything you want it to. It's a mostly liquid that wants to stay a mostly liquid.
Okay. And then once it kind of stays a mostly liquid, they will just transfer half of it back into that vial. And they're going to go find Tamsin.
He's asleep in his quarters.
They're just going to
Not
sit.
for long.
Momo is just going to sit and wait for Tamsin to wake up.
Outside Tanzin's window, on like the dock, so you can see outside the window, the porthole, like looking at this island. You see the busy bees up top working and doing stuff now. You see sitting on the edge of the cliff, kicking their feet, is the all black Momo.
I'm just going to look out the window and just watch them.
As you head tilt, they head tilt, clearly like looking at you.
They're just going to entertain themselves doing that again and again.
Tanzin, you wake up from your catnap. And Momo is in your room looking out your window and is wings open, wings closed.
Mm-hmm.
Momo, what are you doing?
Momo found other Momo. Other not Momo. Not Momo. But looks like Momo. See? And points.
Momo, as you looked away for the briefest of moments and you look back, other Momo's not there. Tanzin, you look out the window and there's just the island.
Other Momo left.
You're come with me, Momo.
Momo follows.
I need to go back onto that island and try to get the ex-cultists' attention.
Yeah, you go up there. They're all working. They're all like running around, picking up rubble. Someone's fishing up like scrap from the like down the cliffside. Someone's taken and like cut up wood. They are like they're working.
Hey, everyone! Like,
Yeah,
come here.
yeah. What? No, okay. They all come over to you.
Who's been working here the longest? Or been here the longest, I should say.
And I'll look around at each other. That'd be Kenny, but I don't see him. Anybody seen Kenny?
Is he kind of tall and lanky?
A hand sticks like their hand up like from the dirt and is still like embedded in the ground.
Oh.
Is that Kenny?
Yeah. Oh shit. Kenny, you okay? The hand does a thumbs up.
Okay, it's help him up.
Oh yeah, that's a good. And they walk over and help him up.
Hey, Kenny, bud. Sorry
Did
about
I
that
get hit by a woman or a door?
both.
Oh.
Listen, I'm
Why
really
did you
sorry
guys
about that
break
blood
into the...
tears.
And stops and stares at like what used to be a structure. What What?
Listen, you got some things to catch up on. They'll let you know the gist of it later. Right
Okay.
now, like I was saying, sorry about crying blood onto your mouth.
Yeah, that was you. That was fucked up. Why did you do that? Oh. Why does my head hurt?
Drugs.
What?
Momo, can you hand me that flower that not Momo gave you?
And Momo will pull out the grave lily.
That's a grave lily.
Have you seen those anywhere else around here?
No, those are super rare. I mean, we got some, no, I've never seen a grave lily here. I've never seen a grave lily in real life, but I know what it is. I'm an apothecary. And he pulls out a book and has a bunch of hand-drawn, like, flowers and plants. Says, yeah, grave lily. They'll only grow on corpses.
Okay, 2 more questions. The second one, that the whole reason why I came back. Have you guys seen apparitions, ghosts, spirits, whatever you want to call them around here?
Yeah, that's what the keeper would pull. He'd pull them from the afterlife and bring them here, and then they would leave.
Specifically, a Mothrin.
No, you can't do Mothrin. Their reincarnation. The keeper tried it once, and failed.
Well, you see, my friend Momo here has been seeing a not Momo.
I don't know what that means, but we don't get
comes
any.
scope.
We don't get any Momo is the only Mothrin I have seen for 2 years.
Did you see another Mothrin here 2 years ago?
Yeah, the purple and white one got off a ship. I told him that I wasn't able to help them. They wanted to commune with one of their past lives. I told them it was impossible, and they left.
Momo, what does not Momo look like?
And Momo will describe, not Momo.
Not Momo looks like a duplicate Momo, but all black and gray tone, like 1940s television. I have never seen a Mothrin that matches that description. I thought Mothrin can't have the same patterns on their wings. Aren't your wing patterns unique?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then this Mothrin is either a figment of your imagination, as he starts to like rub his head, or is a twin or sibling of yours. Maybe you're seeing a past life. Maybe this place has a lot of spiritual energy. Maybe it's something else.
It was an imaginary friend as well. But that not Momo is the one who gave Momo the flower.
And a spirit couldn't hand off a physical. It could be this place has a lot of spiritual energy. Maybe it's something else entirely. I don't know. I've never seen it. What you're saying is that Momo's the only one that has seen them?
So far. That's
maybe
why I was
Momo's the
you.
only one that can see them.
Sorry, Momo. I tried to help you.
Mama appreciates. It's okay. You tried.
Oh yeah,
Also,
and the new
and-
third question that I need to ask.
oh,
I want to need to borrow your book.
You can't. What? You
I'll
already
give
blew up my home. You can't steal my book too.
not steal, just borrow. I just want to copy some of the things down in it.
Hybrid, this is a oh, you already answered. Okay. Sorry, I was in the moment. I was in the patron. You're doing a great job.
Oh yeah, I mean, I figured I might as well, be a mod.
This was a very it was an in-depth conversation. I was stuck in it. Yeah, he lets you he understands now that you want to copy as much of it as possible. It's big, like there's a lot of information here. To copy it word for word or picture by picture would take forever. But like you can probably take a bunch of notes out of it.
Yeah, it's gonna comb through, find the ones that will be useful to my endeavors first.
You specifically look for anything that has known hallucinogenic properties and
Or paralysis properties,
or mind altering applications.
or addictive properties.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you find simple ones like tobacco and marijuana that you already know of, and then you find a couple others that like you've never heard of. In the north, there's some sort of purple flower that grows only in cold climates that is said to not only be highly addictive but be highly hallucinogenic. You find some tropical flowers. I'll look up a handful of names and give them to you later.
Okay.
But you basically find a bunch of regional species. This book looks like it's a well-traveled person. Like,
Can we get some Angel's Trumpet in that too?
sure.
We on the way to making Devil's Breath.
Sure. Yeah, no, you get a handful of information. You clearly can't copy. It's a lot of work. Whoever made this thing did like not only traveled probably the whole globe, but like wrote down detailed. This is like for real life equivalents. This is like Darwin writing the Galapagos Islands, right? And like hand drawn all the notes and data.
And he's giving me a massive head start into doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mama will ask if that guy knows what the name of the ship was that Mothman came on 2 years ago.
No, I don't. We don't look at any of that. We don't keep logs. We don't. People show up, they do what they do, and they leave. And
Well, depending on what you guys plan on doing, you might want to start keeping logs.
one of the guys goes, "We're building a monastery." Well, we're gonna help people. Like, we're gonna they can come here and rest and take a bath, and we'll feed them food, and then they'll go on their way. We're gonna help people. That's what the nice lady with the scary mask told us to do.
Mama thinks you should give people drugs to help them. Drugs.
Hey,
Good.
Kenny, you're an apothecary, right? Like, you can. I'm not just. Why are you? Oh. And like wanders over to the group and starts leading them to like. They were just doing what they knew how to do with no direction whatsoever. And Kenny starts like, no, you go do this, you go do that, you go, and starts collecting the chaos.
And once again, before I head back to our ship, sorry about the drugs.
The less we talk about it,
And
I
the
will
whole
never
building.
not see your face. You'll keep me up at night. I want you to know that when you leave, you're the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
At least someone
I don't
will
mean
remember
that in
me.
a hateful or malice way. I don't mean that in like a spiteful manner. You are. The longer this conversation goes, the more my soul hurts.
Drugs might help that.
I've had no. I politely decline. Please have a pleasant day on your liquid spore apparatus. Thank you. And like they turn around and just
Okay.
they're actually
Well,
they're actually terrified of you. They're legitimately, you cried blood into their face and they're legit like
hallucinogenic blood.
you're the bad man to this person.
As we walk back to the ship, Momo's gonna hold out that cup with half of that solution
Okay.
to Tamsin and just say, Momo made something. Momo named it.
What did you make and what did you name?
False anchored high. Momo named it.
Momo hands you a cup. The cup is bubbly.
With a burgundy colored.
I'm gonna sniff it a little bit and
It's pungent. It's got metallic hints. Almost like a nightly mist, like that first rainfall, heavy dew, but like with a tingle, like a spicy after tingle. You even like lick your lips, and it's like you were sucking on metal.
pungent. Have you tried it on anyone yet?
Momo doesn't think they want to try it on anyone, but you help Momo, so that is yours. False anchored high.
Okay, thank you. I'll test it on someone and let you know the results.
I really
Okay.
was hoping you were gonna drink it right now. I thought for a minute you were gonna okay.
I make drugs.
It
Find
might
out
not
what the
work.
new
Don't
drug
try your
does
own-
to
yeah.
someone else first.
I just wanted you to do it because that would be the moment we cut. And then I would have until next session to figure out what this does to your body, and opening next session would be. But now you have to pocket it and we have to wait. And I still get to figure it out, but do you understand the best Matt Mercer cutoff point you would have just gave me had you just drank that? You ruined my fun. All of you are going to
Sorry,
get
I
back
got
on the
some
ship. You're
intelligence.
going to relax. You're going to obviously heal some of your wounds. We'll end with a montage of you guys healing.
How much are we healing?
Oh, if I can use a task, I'm healing everything.
Montage. Montage. You need an appropriate specimen to clear marks from traits, or you need salvage to clear marks from gears. So your healing, it depends on what you hurt. So if you hurt equipment, you need to consume salvage in order to fix it. If you hurt your traits, you would need to consume specimens in order to do that. You have plenty of specimens on the ship. You have rations, you have a doctor, you have the things you need to be able to do that. What I will say is for one montage, you can't repair equipment and heal your body. So you can clear any marks on any of your traits, or you can clear any of your marks on your equipment, depending on what you marked. But you can clear them all from one or the other.
So in my case, would I be able to do meditative healing and go see Tom?
It is a built-in mechanic. I don't see a reason why you couldn't.
It just says I have to use a task to meditate.
I don't, because it's a montage, so you're doing a task during the montage. I would argue yes.
Sweet. Then that means I'm fully healed up. 'Cause
So
apparently that's just broken.
that is no, it's a great. So I'm gonna take two things, put them safely in my stomach, mix them together, and spit them out.
Yeah, when I was going through, I was
Momo
like, "Can you do
is
that?"
a beast. Yeah, no, that's where we're gonna end. You guys are gonna get on your ship. You're gonna do this montage of resting after the boss fight, and then you're going to head out towards the direction of which the flying ship that Momo, I'm sorry, Momo wanted to track down. They have a specific thing that they want to do, and the whole party's just like, yeah, okay, that's what we'll do.
Hey,
Momo,
caught my attention
you
too.
did this. You created the adventure. Yeah, that's where we're gonna stop. Thank you everyone for being here and watching and hanging out and having fun. Bi-weekly, so we'll be back. Whatever, 2
21st.
weeks from now. Yeah, that makes sense. Math is math. Yeah, you know what? 14 plus 7. Yeah, I could have done that too. Wow.
I
Thank
just
you.
brought up my calendar.
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.